All right. I think we're here. I think it's here. Gonna give it a few. Gonna let everybody pile in. Gonna let everybody click skip on that ad. But or if you want to refresh at some point today, maybe midway through the live show, just refresh so you get another ad so we can slowly start counting up that ad revenue. But 10 of you guys here joining me, waiting for the live show to start. I am very excited for this event. This is a really fun slate to build lineups for. Let me just get the tweet out, and then we will start talking some DFS NASCAR. Actually, quite interested in building lines today. This isn't really a race where I want to take a ton of stands. Like last week, I wanted to do single entry. I liked the guys there. This week, it's Martinsville, 400 laps, not as long. You got to remember they did take off 100 laps in this race. But I think the lead is going to, well, yet again, I mean, last night I was like, oh, that race is going to go green. So, keep all that in mind. This is the Brandon Cruz Daily Fantasy Podcast where I speak and look at, if I can remember my intro, plays specifically designed for GPPs. This is a show for people who are already informed in daily fantasy sports, how these contests operate. If you have any questions related to NASCAR, feel free to drop them in the comments here. And let me just get this done here. Fantasy NASCAR, there we go. I just need Fantasy NASCAR. And then we'll be good to go. All right, man. How about that? How about good old Ty Gibbs, man? I know people are going to ask. I've been waiting to bring the shirt out. I didn't just want to be wasting it on like some picks. Any day I was like heavy on Ty Gibbs. Had to wait for Ty Gibbs to do something, before I brought the Ty Gibbs shirt out. We're here, man. What a guy. As I said, I'm just trying to kill time as people, join in. We've only been live for about 2 minutes at this point. But man, gotta respect Ty Gibbs, man. You just gotta respect it. It's his world we're living in. Sam Mayer races him hard. He's got to run into him down the back straightaway. He got to plow into him on pit road. He gets out of his car. I don't even need the transcript. I don't need to understand what they were saying. I know what they were saying, man. Ty Gibbs is quoting Bad Religion as he walks up to Sam Mayer. I spit in the eye of the devil. I'll spit in your eye too. You're lucky I don't buy out your parents' house and bulldoze it. Pushes him away, walks away, and then Sam, I'm trying to get people to type in the chat because I know this is going to rile people up. And, Sam comes back up and he's mad. And Sam, what are you doing? Why are you taking off your helmet? Everybody's saying Ty Gibbs. I would do that. Are you kidding me? Hell, I'd use the helmet as a weapon. I'd hit him in the face with it. I'd wear it and headbutt him. But yeah, man, like, Ty Gibbs is like, oh, what is this? You peasant? You want to continue to talk to me? And those are some good punches that Ty Gibbs gave. Man, you gotta respect that. That kick and punch. He really shook up Sam. You could see that Sam. I thought he about knocked Sam out in the first punch just because Sam didn't expect it. And then he's drugged to the NASCAR hauler, and Ty Gibbs is like, "Look, NASCAR, I already injured one of your officials. I'll injure you too." It's like Tony Stewart. You can't argue with Tony Stewart now. You can't argue with O.J. Simpson now. They got away with murder. Ty Gibbs is going to be next. You better watch out. Ty Gibbs is here to stay. I'd much rather be rooting for the punk rich kid than rooting against him, because if you root against Ty Gibbs, you're just going to not enjoy life. Like, we're slowly getting more people in, but come on, learn from the past NASCAR years. Like, Kyle Busch is a great driver. I don't know why you'd root against him. People booed Ty Gibbs, or people booed Kyle Busch for years. People booed Jeff Gordon for years. And you know what? Those years were miserable if you were booing those guys. Just jump on the Ty Gibbs bandwagon. It's okay. It's all right. Everybody's rich. There's nobody to relate to anymore in the Xfinity Series. Might as well just embrace rooting for the kid that has absolutely nothing to lose. Lastly, is the point of life not to have money for your kids? Like, what are we talking about here? Like, I would absolutely, if I'm going to have children, it would be because I'm like a millionaire and I would spoil the shit out of my children. Of course, they could be punks. They could be self-entitled. Who cares? That's what I worked for. I'm going to die anyway. All right. So, let's see. All right. Let's get through the tweets here. Feel free to actually drop in DFS comments here, but that's where I'm at here. What are we doing here? Yeah, Ty Dillon, right now, I think I haven't finalized any lineups. I'm doing 12 for DraftKings, most likely 5 for FanDuel. I'll do 12 in the 15, 12 in the 4, 12 in the 1, might do 12 in the 5 by the time this day is over. Same thing, or not same thing. I think I'm doing 5 for FanDuel. But like I said, I really like how this slate's rolling out. Let me look at these. Where's the optimizer wanting to go? Right now, it's wanting to use 29% Ty Dillon. It's wanting to use some Harrison Burton. I think Harrison Burton's actually a really interesting play here. I'm clearly not using Haley. I'm not using McDowell. Goodwell. I am not playing Gillen starting 10th today. And so I'll probably end up with quite a bit of Ty Dillon. I'll probably try and be over the field on Harrison Burton, and then over the field on just absolutely punting to try and fit as many guys in the lineup as possible. That's where I'm at right now in terms of that. Yeah, man. Hey, can you blame Ty Dillon? Not Ty Dillon. Ty Gibbs? Come on now. He's born into a rich family. He's had everything his entire life. He's racing with all these poor people who had to work. Lay off of Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs is Dale Earnhardt, okay? Iconic. Gonna race people hard. I love that. Move him out of the way, Gibbs. This is your life. We're living in it. In terms of fading Truex, no, I'm going to imagine I'm going to end up with maybe 20, 25% Truex right now. I'm going to be spread out across the board, which doesn't make the show very fun. I'll try and pinpoint the guys that I'm going high on, but I'm going to really spread out ownership to lap leaders. And I'm going to try and be at around 30% on, maybe even 40% on people like Elliott, Larson, Kyle Busch, Logano, in terms of lap leaders, and then try and be over the field on people like Cindric, Bowman. That's where I'm at. That's my initial takeaways right now. We'll probably build some lines over here as I kind of go there. Man, I got a DM on Discord last night. This guy was mad. He was like, "Man, you told me to play these guys," and I'm like, "I can't." They all wrecked at the end, bro. We're here. I walked away losing $15 at everything. We were up there. I was very happy with the Austin Hill play. Under-owned, was up there all day. Who did I have that wrecked out? It was a very, very good night up until, if it would have stayed green in stage 3, it would have been a different story. I was very happy with how that race was going. One and done for the season. Very interessante. Muy interessante. Expand on it, because is it just to win? Well, come back to me on my needs to answer this question. What are we looking for in a driver for you there? Yeah, look, Ty Gibbs was like, you dumb peasant, don't wreck me, don't race me hard, don't put me on the wall, I'll fuck you up. And Sam Mayer should have been like, whoa, this kid is gonna nail me to a cross, I better not do anything. But nah, Sam Mayer was like, all right, let's go, I'll put you in the hospital. And then bam, Gibbs whacked him, man. I got like, dude, you kidding me? For this kid, Ty Gibbs drives crazy, and then he's not opposed to violence right off the bat. I mean, he didn't even think of it. Didn't even consider not going to violence. Just absolutely punched Sam Mayer multiple times. I love it. Love it. That's what we want. Yeah. Mayer's full of shit, man. I saw that. Mayer's like, I don't know, short track racing, blah blah blah. I don't know why he's punching me. You got your ass whooped, Mayer. Like, and it's you. Ty Gibbs walked away. Ty Gibbs could have whooped your ass the first time. He doesn't, and then you go back. Like, just what are you doing? No, that doesn't bother me at all. Gibbs is That's what Gordon did. You gotta do that. I will, if I'm ever attempting to beat somebody up, I guarantee you I'm leaving my helmet on. Oh man. Let's see. All right, continuing on. There's no, I just wish Ty Gibbs would have kicked him in the nuts. Just end it. Absolutely, just walk up, kick Sam in the nuts, and call it a day. Like at this point. All right, here we go. I love Chastain. My issue is I don't know if it depends, man. This is what I have Chastain projected for. Can you hear me? I got to work on like not just walking away from the microphone. I like Chastain a lot. I like Chastain to get inside the top 10. I like Chastain to get, around 7 fast laps, but like by minimum. I like Chastain to be up there based on his speed, based on his pit road speed. I like Chastain a lot. My main concern with Chastain, and I'm expecting to be around 40% on Chastain today, maybe 50%. My main concern with Chastain is if he doesn't get the lead, am I sacrificing? Like I have Chastain right now projected for 56 DraftKings points or around that. There's going to be people who score. I think we're going to see somebody in the hundreds, maybe 2 people in the hundreds, somebody in the 80s, somebody's in the 70s. Am I sacrificing a lap leader? Like how big is the gap between what Chastain scores and what like a third lap leader scores? How close is that? And does Chastain still make the optimal, not necessarily leading laps, just being there at the end? Because like the place differential plays can get there. Like we have Hamlin who can get up there. We have Chastain who can get up there. We have Truex who can get up there. So, what does Chastain do? I think Chastain's going to be chalk because we see him, with all the place differential there. But do I see Chastain leading laps? That's my main concern. That's why I don't think I'm going to be over 60% on anybody in this race. But Chastain, what are we looking at right here in the optimizer? I got Chastain at I'm telling the optimizer not to use it a lot, just see what it puts him in at. And he's at 21% of lines right now. If I bump, we'll run this real time. Let me bump Chastain's exposure up in this and see what it comes in at. My highest, where's Chastain in terms of lineups? Chastain is in my third highest projected line right now. And that is see, man, that's too many place differential plays in that line. That's why, like, the optimizers want to do a 2 lap leader type of line, either with, Chase Elliott, Larson, Chase Elliott, Blaney, whatever the case is. It's wanting to go 2 lap leaders and then place differential with Chastain and somebody else. I really want to try and go for a 3 lap leader lineup. So that's my main thing with Chastain. Yeah, let's talk pit strategy. Which yet again, if you want to go into this more detail, because I doubt I'll touch on everything here, in the Patreon, or if you join the Patreon, or if you're part of the Patreon, you can go to the Google Drive. You go to Cup Seasonal 2022. You can look at the pit data there. You can look at who's been gaining positions recently, who has been the fastest on pit road recently. I think that is going to be a major thing to look at, which yet again, it just is, especially like when we look at Richmond last week, it was determined on pit strategy and stuff like that. If we're looking at pit road speeds, where are we at? Let me see. Yeah, man, God, F1's going to be such a fucking long day. Oh my Lord. Where are we at here? So when we look at pit road speeds, man, it makes me love Chastain. That's why I don't know if he gets the lead, man. It depends on what he does in the race. If he can drive, if Chastain can drive up into the top 10 at some point in this race, he can move up to running fourth from pit road. But it depends on how fast Chastain can get through the field. But anyway, Chastain looks great on pit road. Hamlin's looking good. Harvick's looking good. Truex, Blaney, Elliott, Logano, Kyle Busch. These are the guys that I want to lean on based on this question, based on pit road. Now, if you combine looking at that on top of other drivers and then compare it to the practice speeds, which I think we can look at practice speeds. I think we can get a pretty good idea of what happens, and even though they do have practice, it's evident that, the Cup Series drivers are saying this, the Truck Series drivers are saying this, like if you basically have what you have off the trailer, you can make very minimum changes. Ben Rhodes was talking about this last night. Yeah, sure, there's practice, but what you arrive at the track is what you really have. And so I like looking at the practice data. I really do. And so clearly that makes me love Elliott right off the bat. It's making me consider Byron. It's making me really look at Larson. It's making me really look at Kyle Busch. Like even with Bubba and Kurt Busch having that fast of times, that at least gives me an idea that, okay, there's a chance that, Bubba Wallace can get into the top 16, top 15, because I don't believe Bubba's going to run in the top 10. I think his ownership's going to be extremely high. I'm trying to temper my projections on him, giving him around a 12th to 16th place finish. If he does more, obviously he'll be optimal. But a lot of lineups are wanting to go to Bubba as well. Like it's Bubba and Dylan popping off at the bottom of the board. That's where I want to get different. In terms of these lines. I'm not really like, oh, who do I fade in terms of lap leaders? I'm not on that board today. Where do I get different in terms of the cheaper guys in my lineup? Let me see. AJ is toast if it stays green. It can turn into a wreck fest late in the race, and he can be okay. But if it goes green, there's a chance that he does not do well. Like I don't think I'm giving him an entirely crazy projection. I have AJ, like when you look back at last week at Richmond, these colleague cars are certainly struggling. I still forgot to look at what Haley did, what caused him to. I think it was a pit road issue. Something happened on the last green flag pit stop. But like I have AJ projected for a 26th place finish today. I don't think that's crazy. That's him passing 10 cars today, and that's him basically staying lapped all day, then passing the Rick Ware cars when they get lapped, and then passing more guys as they get lapped. And by the time those guys are getting lapped, we have guys going 2 laps down, and then we have more guys getting 1 lap down. And so I think, AJ realistically today finishing between 28th and even like 22nd today doesn't do it for you. This. Like, I think the best case situation today is AJ gets close to value. Outside of that, I'm not messing with AJ today. Let's see. Good morning, MNG. He'll be 1 down. It depends. I don't know what the rule is. If he does the pass through on the start, because like here at Martinsville, so the field is going to go green. Like the leader is going to be leaving 4 at the restart. AJ is going to be like when they take the green, AJ is at the exit of pit road on the track. So when I say I don't know what the rule is, I'm pretty sure AJ can't pass the guys that are staying on the track. But what, like in a sense of as soon as they take the green, AJ jumps to the bottom left, throws in the pit road, and try and gain as much time back on the leader as possible. There's a chance that AJ goes 2 laps down right off the bat, because he's already basically the leader. Basically, just needs a straight. Or let me change that. AJ has a straightaway gap in the leader basically at the start of the race, and then pit road speed's 35 miles an hour. That's really 2 laps right off the bat. That's my main concern with AJ. What helps him is if we get what happened last week with Haley, is that somebody has an issue right off the bat and saves him, a lap or whatever the case is, and AJ gets a lucky dog early, he gets another lucky dog, whatever. That's so a lot of ifs, ands, or buts with AJ. I don't really need, and AJ's expensive, man. AJ is $6,600. Lineups are not necessarily leaning there. They're going to lean towards Stenhouse. They're going to lean towards Bubba. They're going to lean towards, other guys in the 6K range than AJ. That's just my opinion right there. Let's see. I kind of already talked on Ross Chastain. I like him. I forgot how many times. Can somebody find this? I was thinking of this last night. Didn't get to it. How many times did they shift at Coda? Were they shifting like 9 times a lap? I don't remember how many times they were shifting. How many laps they do at Coda? Something like 60, right? I think they did 68. Let's do 68 times 9. That's 612 shifts. Let's do 4. What is it? 500? 400. That's 1,600 shifts. This might be more strenuous on the transmission than Coda was. And plus, it's killing your tires. I don't think we'll see guys shifting late in the run. And I think we'll only see guys shifting. I mean, like I said, I didn't get a lot of in-car footage. I clearly, like in practice, everybody's just shifting. But I want to see what it's like in the long run. Like, are they going to shift the entire time? That's going to be rough, man. And if they do, that's going to be a lot of wear and tear on that. We've already seen guys, talk about issues with this sequential shifter this year, of it not wanting to go in gear, of it, having, downshifting, kind of getting stuck or being pretty rough. That's a real concern here. There's not one team that I'm concerned about, just in general. But that's my takeaway there. In terms of who's good, or in terms of what that changes for people, I don't know. I can't answer that question. I don't see enough from practice to know that. Like, are these practice speeds based off of because of the fact that they're shifting or not? I need to see this race. That's a question that will be answered following this event. I don't know. At this point, I just do. We can't really prepare for anything. It just happens the way it happens. I like Cindric more for that. Dwayne Haskins, is this real? The quarterback for, what is that, the Commanders? Let me see. What is this? Oh, he was. I thought you were trolling. Oh, well, big rip. Give me a year and I'll pass Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins. Yeah, I'll outlive him. Is it a pastor? What is this? This is ESPN. What is this? Sorry, we're being derailed here. Died this weekend when he was hit by a car. Let's see. He's training to South Florida. He's killed Saturday morning when he got hit by a vehicle. What the fuck is going on there? It's pretty wild, man. Oh well. Live and learn. Gotta watch both ways before we cross the street. That's real. And I'm not being callous here. I just, look. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, now he's training on Twitter. Yeah. Oh well. Just another guy I'll most likely outlive. Just live life, man. That's all. That's my main takeaway. Just enjoy life. That's the main takeaway. Yeah, man. I love Stewart, man. I love it. Why is this such an issue? Are you guys stupid? Look, and this goes back to, we'll get back to DFS talk in a second. This goes back to my question, because the way that I view it is you should answer maybe not you, but in general, ask yourself, does this person deserve to die from what he did? If the answer is yes, then get a gun and kill the guy. If he doesn't, then just don't fight. There's no reason to. And if you're that hell-bent on hating somebody, well, then just commit the murder. Ty Gibbs, like, if you're going to commit, that's why I got respect for Ty Gibbs, man. He went out there, punched him right off the bat, kept his helmet on. That's a smart move. Man, what do you mean? He's fighting like a bitch with his helmet on. What is this? This ain't MMA. This ain't a regulated sport. You know, like I said, man, Gibbs, kick him in the nuts, keep your head on, headbutt him with your helmet, break his nose, whatever the case is. Let's go. I want to lean on recent forms, just like I'm looking at this year. Track history does, like, clearly Bubba Wallace feels more comfortable at this track than pretty much any other track on the circuit. You know, he's brought really abysmal equipment into the top 20s here. This is a track because some people just don't like New Hampshire, Martinsville, and those two tracks specifically. You will have guys that tend to do well at this track and guys who don't. Like, it's just in their blood and how they approach this race. That's what I would look at track history, but I'd look at it as a whole. Man, sorry. Thought I was going to sneeze. That's what I would do. You can laugh at it, whatever. Life is a comedy, man. There's nothing you can't laugh at, nothing you can't make a joke about. Let's see. I can't believe Harvick was like 33% last week. I can't believe it. That was insane. I had Harvick. I did not think Harvick would be that highly owned. That was nuts. I have Harvick. So this is where we do get interesting in terms of value. Like, there's a lot of values, but I don't think they hit. I don't know if they get optimal. Like, for me, I have Harvick projected to finish 7th today, 2 laps led, 14 fast laps. That's 42.8 points, 5x. That doesn't get it done. Harvick last week did above what, last week Harvick had a ceiling performance, and it was close. I don't know if I forgot to look at the optimal last week. I don't think Harvick got in it, or if he did, he barely made it. I can't play Harvick this week, man. There's too many guys starting, and as I said in the live show yesterday, this qualifying is BS, man. Kyle Busch would have most likely started 4th. We'd have Ryan Blaney start inside the top 6. We have Cindric in the top 10. We'd have Logano starting in the top 10. We'd have Bowman in the top 10. Because of that, they already have place differential baked in. They have finishing positions already baked in the top 10. They're going to be outscoring Harvick. They're going to be outscoring Bell. And so for me, I can't get to Harvick today. I like being underowned or underweight on these guys. Bubba's concerning, man. It's very. I can't. It just popped in my head. I could have made a Henry Ruggs joke. God dang it! See, I'm not very smart. I can't imagine. I am my smooth brain. I should have made a Henry Ruggs joke when I talked about Don Haskins. Or Dwayne Haskins. Don Haskins is the coach of the 1966 NCAA tournament with Texas Western, good old UTEP. My timing is impeccable. In terms of, like, I got Bubba today for 35 points. That's 5.4. That is not crazy, man. Like, that's not insane. That's me with him around 15th. I don't know if he gets there. Like, I'm terrified. I think Bubba might push like 35-40% ownership. That's nuts, man. It's very crazy. That scares me. We'll see what happens there. I'm not entirely done what I want. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do. I love Larson. I've said it pretty much all year. Last week was the first week I didn't play him because I just didn't see it. I didn't see him getting up there, but I do like Larson here. He's going to have the long run speed. He's going to have the car. He'll be up in the top 5 at some point today. Does he get that lead on pit road? I'm going to have like probably 20% Larson. I think that's where I'll be at today. Maybe 30. It'll depend. Because let me think. 12. I might be at 33. If I play Larson 4 lines, I might be at 33 then. It'll be somewhere in the range of 30% with Larson for me today. Let's see. Dude, Williams Grove is a piece of shit track. It's one of the most dangerous track. I don't even understand how that track's still in operation. I absolutely hate that track. Is a piece of shit. Williams Grove is. I cannot stand dirt tracks that are paper clips. It makes no sense at all. There's no reason to do that. That is such a stupidly designed track. I wouldn't carry anything. I just think Williams Grove is terribly. Ooh, let me see. Elliot Byron Kyle or Elliot Kyle chat. We're gonna assume you mean Larson here. More unique is probably the first one. No, because we still have an ungodly amount of fast laps and laps led. Like, sure, it's 100 less, but that's still 100 points for still 100 points for leading laps, still 180 for fast laps. Like, that's the priority. If we can get, like, our main goal is that's 280 points in this race between fast laps and laps led. Our goal is to try and get as many of those 280 laps or 280 points in our lines. That is the main goal for me. If you can get 150 of those, I think you can min cash. That's how I look at it in terms of these types of races. I just want 150 of those 280 points. I'll hopefully luck into the rest due to guys either staying out on pit road or staying out on the track during a pit road sequence or whatever the case is. That's the main concern. That's the main idea. I'm probably not. Let's not use the term dominator. Okay, nobody's going to dominate this race. Let's get that away. And I'm not necessarily like place differential plays to me are like, okay, Chastain's a place differential play, but he can be considered a fast lap getter. He can easily be considered a lap leader. You know, the fact that he just has the place differential baked in, that's what makes him good. But in terms of, like, I don't see Chastain as just a PD play today. Same thing with Hamlin. You know, like Hamlin can get this lead. Hamlin can get it done on pit road strategy. You know, he's not just a place differential play. A place differential play for me is Tyler Reddick, is Austin Dillon, is Bubba Wallace. Those are the guys that I like. I have Reddick getting some fast laps, but in the grand scheme of things, like, that's not going to be their priority. Like, those are in lines based on what their finish might be. All right. 60 you guys here. I do appreciate it. Thank you, family man. And like I said, or as we've said before, if I can't win, I hope you guys do. It's always good whenever we see guys who are on the Patreon finish well in contests. It's always good. Let's see. Let's see. I'm barely getting to the Haskins comments. I'm so slow. No, but I've been watching Bristol Dirt for about the last 3 weeks at this point. I'm sure I'll see his comments at some point this next week. We'll see. What is I'm gonna do 2 lines with scrubs. It'll be Cody Ware. I'll have 2 lines with Cody Ware today. I know that for sure. That's about all I have there. Nope, that's about. I like Ricky a bit more, but all those it's pretty accurate there. I hate you, Sterling. I'm really about to delete this comment because you use the slur Gilly Gang. And dude, if Gillen leads laps today, you might not see me ever in another live show. I'll probably be swinging from the rafters. That's going to be depressing. I don't think Reddick's projected low at all. I got Reddick projected for 13th today. I don't think that's insane. Like last week. This is specifically like where we at? Where we at, Reddick? Let me find this. Practice speeds. Showing up this is where I do want to look at 5 to 10 lap averages. 14th and 5 lap, 17th and 10 lap. By default, I do believe that Reddick is going to elevate that car to running around 12th or 13th at some point in this race. The issue I liked Reddick a lot last week. Reddick did not have the long run speed last week. We saw him fade, or we saw him mainly like during the long runs. He was basically running 16th, 15th, 14th all day. Basically had the 14th best car at Richmond last week. Finishes 12th. He's going to have speed right off the bat. We've seen that right at the start of the season. We saw that at Phoenix. I'm just worried that this is going to be a long race. We might not see Reddick fighting for like 8th or something until like stage 3. That's my main takeaway there. Even looking back at track history at this point, 18th, 8th, 19th, 16th. So we're given basically by how Reddick is done, we can put him in the range between 18th and 10th, in my opinion. I don't think that's incredibly low. That's not bad at all. That at least that's my takeaway on Reddick. I'm not going to play AJ. That's just where I'm at there. I think I nearly always make lines with 2 guys under 7K. But in terms of, I'm just trying to get, as the description says, just personally for me, I'm trying to get as many lap leaders in my lineup as possible. That's where we're at. This is what I would lean to. Because the leader, very similar to last night, like you just, really any race it's not even like you can't pass. It's just, do you take, does it take 3 minutes to make a pass for somewhere? That's close to, what is that? I'm an idiot. What is that? Let's do 5. At least. So it takes 5 minutes to pass somebody, man. That's 10 laps. That goes by quickly. Same thing with the leader. Like whoever has the end, like if somebody's trying to pass for the lead, unless you move the guy out of the way, out of the inside lane, the guy is going to just be holding you off and still crossing the start finish line. Even if you have the advantage on the inside, even if you have the advantage of the faster car, he might still out drag race you based on shifting gears out of the corner and lead those laps. And so, in terms of DFS, like looking at this, it's going to be, unless somebody absolutely gets punted, it's going to be a very, very long race. I don't think we're going to see a ton of passing. It'll happen over the course of a long run. It's not going to be like, or it'll be you start on the inside and you just stay there and everybody else on the outside just drops. And then that's just the running positions for the third, for the run. The real question is, does the third hog outscore Chastain? I think that's the main question to ask today. And man, I'm gonna lean yes right now, but that's where we're looking at. Well, those are Pearce's projections. Pearce is usually more aggressive than I am. Like right now, well, he has Reddick for 15. That's not bad. Literally just, we're in the same range. That's not bad. Let me look. Let's see. Yeah, and Pearce is he knows what he's doing. We had a really good week last night across the board. I was very happy with the sheet, the progress, the work, everything. And was it Richmond? I think it was the Xfinity race last week. For that, if you played the lineup that the optimizer gave, like the chalk lineup, you would have smashed in general there. Let's see. Yeah, and that's what it's very interesting. Like I don't know. Just Greg's a very interesting fellow. Let me see. No problem, family man. I'm glad that you guys. I mean, I'm seeing you each and every week. I'm seeing everybody here. I mean, still 6-3 of you guys here on a Sunday morning. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate you guys being here. Like, dude, bro, this means nothing. This is gibberish. I can't do anything with this. The only issue was like that's why I need to make the Henry Ruggs because Stewart killed a child on purpose. It wasn't that he was, although maybe Haskins was. I want to see the autopsy report. Favorite out of good old KB. Let me see. I like a lot of these guys, man. This is a tough one. I love Kyle Busch today. I think Blaney has a chance to lead laps. I think Cindric is a freaking awesome play based on his price. I like Logano to lead laps, and I like Bowman to lead laps. I like all of those guys. In terms of favorites, it's Kyle Busch. In terms of who I think will get in the most amount of my lines, I think it's going to be Cindric. But I'm going to have ownership to every driver you just mentioned there. What is this referring to, Sterling? Let me see. Oh yeah, it is. Oh man, it is Saturday. I'm an idiot. This whole week has been completely messed up. I'm not putting that on. I'm not putting that on, dude. I can't. You gotta laugh at me, but I can't do that. I'm so glad you're here, family. I'm so glad. Were you guys in here last night when somebody came in and he was like, "Yo, who's a long shot that I can bet to win?" And somebody mentioned somebody was asking for value like Poole and Weatherman, and the guy was like, "Oh, is that who I bet to win?" And I was like, "Man, I wish we never said anything. I would have loved to watch somebody put $100 on Poole and have it blow up on lap 1." Oh yeah, I gotcha. I mean, these guys are in two drastically different price ranges. I have them both for value. Actually, I got Ty Dillon for just under 5x, and I have Austin Dillon for just at 5x. But they're drastically two different price ranges. Driver. Let's talk about FanDuel real quick. FanDuel, it's most likely gonna be the same types of guys that I chase on both sites. I don't think I'm leaning more on one guy on FanDuel than the others. I think the FanDuel is going to be really fun today to build lineups as well. And I don't normally say that. I like playing FanDuel on plate races and really like the high lap short tracks. In terms of FanDuel to get everybody in lines, I like Stenhouse. I clearly like Bubba Wallace. I don't mind Suarez. I'll probably be overweight on Cindric and Dillon in terms of the lowest guy or the cheapest guy that I go on FanDuel. But I like this race, man. I like this race a lot to build lines. I gotta also do the F1 projections when I get this over with. I'll do a video for that, then I'll probably be building lines for the rest of the day on both sides. But that's where I'm at there. Now, gun to my head, who do I like in this race now that we've, I guess, talked around the bush long enough? I like Elliott. I like Kyle Larson. Changes. Yeah, I like Chase Elliott. I like Kyle Larson. I like Kyle Busch. I'm not going to play Almirola. I'm not playing Custer. I'm not playing Busher. I'm not playing Harvick. I'll keep Bell in, see if I get to him. I don't know if I will. Not playing Keselowski. Not playing Gillen. Not playing McDowell. Not playing Haley. Most likely not going to get to Kurt Busch. Chase Briscoe is interesting. Truex is interesting. Wallace, still not sure where I want to be at in terms of the field. I'll probably have Reddick. I'll probably have Dillon in the line. Not going to play Jones. I might have 10% Hamlin by the day's end. Not playing LaJoy. 33, 40% Chastain. Probably 10 Stenhouse. Probably 10% Burton. I don't know what to do with Suarez right now. Not playing Balicki, not doing Yaley, not doing BJ. Dillon, I'm going to try and be underweight on. 2 lines with Ware, not playing AJ Allmendinger. That's where my brain is right now. And probably same thing on FanDuel. Just removing some of the guys who won't work their way into the top 15. But that's where I'm at right now. Let's see here. Yeah, Briscoe is. We haven't talked about Briscoe yet. I like Briscoe. I think people are going to go to Kurt Busch. I think people are going to go to Reddick. People are going to go to who's the other AK guy that is going to draw ownership? Chastain. So I think Briscoe goes under luck today. That's why this is a race where I want to enter a lot of lines. If I was playing single entry, I wouldn't. That's why I'm not doing it this week. It's going to be a very fun race to build lineups for. God, maybe LaJoy does something. And if he does, maybe I just whiff and miss on LaJoy. But I can't do it, man. I just cannot do it, LaJoy. Yeah, so it'd be Austin Dillon. Oh, happy birthday, my main man. Thank you for, yet again, spending your birthday listening to me yesterday. But yeah, happy birthday. And I hope you do great tonight. I hope it goes well for you. In terms of fading for, who am I fading for? I was trying to understand this, but we'll need more. Did what's his name ever get back to me right off the bat? The one and done guy. Where was this at? Man, we've had a lot of comments today. I never saw the one and done guy get back to me. It's in the description, my man. As many as possible. That's how I'm looking at. That is that's what we're focusing on. Let me see. Oh, we were doing so well today until the bots showed up. I love you, Sterling. Yeah, maybe saying fade Harvick. I'm assuming. Maybe, who knows? Oh, today I'm such an idiot. No wonder the Dwayne Haskins news was like he was killed Saturday. How did I not hear about this? I was like, he died yesterday and I didn't hear it. Of course, today's Saturday. Stupid. Of course, Brandon, you don't even know what day you're on. Unbelievable. Like when I was like, dude, I don't remember seeing that yesterday. Yeah, that's where we're at. This is I hate the fact that I can't do the show today of like I like this guy, It just if I'm like okay, so Cindric I like. That's where I'll take a stand. I'll probably be over the field on Cindric. I like Cindric today. That's really I like Cindric, I like Chastain. Those are the guys like right now I'm just like all over. Everyone else is just depending on what the line is, what I can do with the line, and try and cover as many bases as possible. This is one where my lines for sure, like typically my lineups, which I think the best way to go about it is have your lineups, kind of finish near each other. Like, it's okay to have them like drastically like DFL or up close, but typically my lineups are usually in a group of some sort. They kind of all similarly do good or bad. This is a race where I fully expect that if I enter the 12 lines, by the end of the day, I'm going to have 4 cash. Does those 4 lineups that cash cover the entry fee for the other 8 that didn't cash? That is very much how today is going to go. I fully expect lineups that I built today will not cash. It's just one of those days. Yeah. So the issue with, this was the issue with Blaney last weekend, and it's what we projected for Blaney to lead the start of the race and then to never lead again. Blaney does not start up front today. Blaney does not have the speed, in my opinion, for the incredibly long run that we're going to see. Does Blaney get there on pit road? I think that's how he has to get it done. Excuse me. I think we'll see Blaney run the top 10 today. I think Blaney will get a few fast laps. And this is a race where I typically do project fast laps throughout the field because it's 400 laps. You're going to have guys in and out of traffic. I think it's not crazy to project a lot of people throughout the field to have like 3 fast laps by the end of this race, like bare minimum. I have a lot of guys projected for in the teens of fast laps just because this is a long race. Like I just said, you might have 1-2 laps in a run where you just aren't racing anybody on your outside, in front of you, whatever the case is, and you could be running 8th and pulling fast laps for a spot here and there because the leader's going through lap traffic or something. That's why I'm specifically trying to aim for lap leaders, because I think with the amount of interest that I do have in people, they'll get fast laps throughout the race. And yeah, thank you. Like I said, I always wait for people to bring it up. If you want to do that, you can. If not, I fully understand if you don't. I don't know. Like I said, we can't. Who do I root for? I guess we got White Power Larson, but I don't think Larson's going to get in a wreck. Blaney's too monotone to get in a wreck. Chase Elliott's going to complain if anybody I guarantee you, Truex. We're going to hear something today over Truex. Truex is going to complain that people are racing them hard or something. I don't know. And I watch. I can already see Boyer's going to be like, man, look at these composite bodies. You can really bump and bang in these cars. If that was a car last year, that'd be a flat tire. Okay. All right. The bodies are still fine. The suspension parts are still made out of styrofoam, man. Like, God forbid, if somebody punch you into the wall, you spin out and you have your wheel cranked to the left. And so your left front's basically like, this is the car. Your left front's like this. There's a chance that when you back into the wall, you break your left front suspension. Like, yeah, sure, the car's fine. The suspension components are still broken, or still very, very susceptible to breaking. And same thing with the sequential shifter. There's a chance that we're going to see transaxles break, man. Like, or what are they called? I just went blank on. I think we're going to see some suspension parts break today and some components break today. We'll just have to see. Can't really project that into anything. Or brakes, man. We've already like this whole year we're like, we're having brake issues. We're having, the brakes are shaky, blah, blah, blah. Pedals going to the floor right off the bat. I bet we have a brake failure today. What's that? We got any odds on brake failures today? I'd put money on that at some point. I think that'll be interesting. Yet again, we can't project that type of stuff. You can look back. And there was some tweet I saw it this week. I forgot who made it, but it was like, Kyle Busch has had a pit road issue in 3 of the last 4 races here at Martinsville. Blaney has had a pit road issue in 4 of the last 4. And yes, sure, you can bank on that if you want, but I just think that that's so up in the air. Like, we can't really, I don't know. It's going to be hard to project that type of stuff, Yeah, that's the main reason why I do like Chase Elliott. Elliott is going to be up there contending all day. And I played I think I played Chase Elliott about every time we do come here, and I don't think it's worked out for me once. Because I played him. Well, no, he won the fall. Which one did he get wrecked in? I'm pretty sure I was heavy on whatever the case is. Chase Elliott's going to be in the top 5 all day. I think he has a good chance of doing it, of being there. Byron is. I'm gonna be. I don't know. I think I'm gonna have one lineup with Byron. He's not a priority for me, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I mean, everybody's. Joe Gibbs has had break issues across the board. Reddick has had issues. Hamlin has issues. It's really Joe Gibbs in general as the main guys who've had issues. But we've still seen it with the Hendrick guys. We're seeing it across the board. There's not one team that's having it more than the other team. Yeah. Maybe the truck win inflates it. I don't know. There's just so much. I'd rather play the guys starting 11th to 15th than Byron. I'd much rather play Logano. I'd much rather play Bowman. And so, maybe I do. I need to highlight Byron. I need to make sure I get him in at least 2 lines so I don't hate myself later. But I mean, that's mainly my takeaway there. Hamlin is probably the guy I'll be the lightest on in terms of the guys starting back. I'd much rather play Truex. I'd much rather play Kyle Busch. Hamlin's going to have a long day to the front. He can get it done. He's done it before. But I'm going to have a lot of Elliott. I'm going to have a lot of Larson, Kyle Busch in that range. And Hamlin would be the last, real priority I have in that area there. Yet again, guys, once again, I do really appreciate you guys being here. I try not to get annoying with that. But 74 of you guys here on a Saturday morning, I got it right this time around, and just joining me. I do appreciate it. Thank you guys for hopping in. Thank you for supporting myself, Pearce, the work that we do outside of both of our projections that we do put, the amount of practice data, the amount of data that we have in the sheets, the amount of work that we put in to get that data in there for you guys. Thank you so much for showing up and just being here. I really do appreciate it. I know it does. I know it. I know the work speaks for itself. I know through the support that we get, people understand, but I just want you to understand that I do appreciate you guys being here. Yes. And I have Pearce's links in the description as well. I got it all squared away where you can check out his stuff there. And for me, people have asked me about this a lot. I don't plan on ever doing one of these. It's just a waste of time and money. Because the payout is going to be dog shit. I don't want to punish. I look at these contests as almost like a punishment to the viewers. If I do a 100-person contest, it probably wouldn't be that big. But if I do a 100-person contest and what would it be? 19 people getting paid out? That's kind of a cheap shot to everybody involved in playing. I don't think that's really fair. We already get bent over backwards with DraftKings and FanDuel, the way that they price their contest. I don't necessarily want to, put a contest that punishes, 75% of my viewers, So that's the main reason why I don't do a contest, just because I think it'd be like punishment to the viewers and stuff like that. Am I getting these blocked? There we go. I'm probably not. I'll get the video out probably in the next hour. Like I said, it's just a real quick video looking at captains and stuff, or looking at captains. Probably where I'll go for value. It'll probably be up in give me half an hour or something. And then the projections will be up probably in an hour, and that'll be it. But due to the fact that this race is at midnight tonight, we got the Cup race going on. I don't think we'll do it. If Pearce does a live show tonight, I don't know if he will. It'll probably be late. He might. I'll ask him. If he does it, I'll join him. But if not, I probably won't. Let's see. Right. Unbelievable, man. I can't believe he just dumped the shit out of those guys. But that's what racing is now, man. That's why I love going. I love watching old NASCAR races. Like, sure, yeah, those guys would bump and bang and stuff, but they didn't just dump people. They didn't take people out. That's just the new age of racing. Hell, even F1, this F1's race gonna be nuts, man. They keep spinning out like crazy. Yeah, man, I wish it'd be there. I'm very. Do they have any contest up yet on DraftKings? I'm fairly confident we'll see AFL contests next week. But dude, I just don't care about football, man. I'll probably play the first week, not to be honest, to be TBH. I'll probably play an AFL contest, but God, I would just love NASCAR to actually pay out well. And even last week, I wish the 44 paid better, man. I would happily, for NASCAR, didn't they used to have an $88 contest back in the day? Well, they do. God, it's so small. This is a Saturday night race, 193 people for the $88. I would happily enter bigger contests for NASCAR and build less lines if they paid out better. Like for football, man. If I'm playing football when I do, like in September for my I love showdowns. I play a shitload of showdowns. That's probably what I prefer the most. But I play, $30 to $40 to $50 like showdown contests and stuff instead of low entry high fields. I wish the contests for NASCAR were a bit bigger and paid out a bit better. Yeah, these contests are ass. So going back to the question based on building a contest for me, that's why I'm just not gonna I'm not gonna punish you guys, man. We already get punished enough. I don't want, especially if it was worth any money, like if it's $1, I can't roll out of bed for $1 contest. You can't roll out of the bed for $1 contest. If it's anything more than that, well, then you get mad when you don't cash and you don't join again. Like, what does it do? What are we playing for? $30 to win, and then jack shit for second on back. I'll just encourage you guys to go play the 15, man. You gonna play a contest with me? Just play the 15 today, Same thing back to 1v1 me, bro. Do a contest. Play the 15, man. You can 1v1 me, Stevie, Pearce, everybody who plays NASCAR. We all play the 15. You can 1v1 all of us. Yeah. So that's my main takeaway. Been up for an hour, guys. I do appreciate you guys hanging out. I think we talked about enough. Real fast, gun to my head. It's Chase Elliott. It's Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Austin Cindric, Chastain. Those are the guys that I like the most right now. Going to be spread out ownership across. Going to spread out ownership across the board. I'm going to try and be overweight on the field on Cindric. That's where I'm at right now. I think that's where I'm going to be at. Very, very fun slate to build lineups for. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you guys next week. And I will be out of town. I leave Monday. Taking the camera, taking the microphone. Going to do my best to do videos, but they'll probably be shorter because I'll be working on a much slower computer when I'm out of town. But yeah, thank you guys for showing up, and best of luck today. I do appreciate it. If you want to support me, support Pearce, join the Patreon link below. Consider donating on PayPal or whatever the case may be if you do well and you want to send a tip my way. Outside of that, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys later.